the cybersecurity expert of Joe Biden, she was actually doxed by a bunch of threat actors on Twitter yesterday. So similarly, there could be several instances, even celebrities or even non-celebrities also, where doxing is a common thing right now in India. So do we know? Krishna wants to know whether we have any precautions or legal framework, if at all, for prevention of doxing.
There are certain shortcomings like cyber smearing and giving some comments which are slightly disturbing or trolling. I mean, there are certain lacuna. It has not been properly covered in an IT section, but it is properly covered in a lot of other IPC offenses also. So we can proceed with other offenses. Like for example, I'll tell when it comes regarding some giving some obscene comments. In IT Act, it has covered if the comment is sexually prompting, then in that case, 67 IT Act attracts. Earlier 66A was there, where any person giving a comment which was actually misused and it was repealed by the Supreme Court. So after repealing of 66A Act, we find it really very difficult to book a person who are trolling or who are doing such act. We don't have an appropriate section for it. But if the comment is actually sexist remark or it is related to some sexual comments, definitely we can go under IT Act. But if it is a general comment, then we can proceed under IPC offences. Like there are section 509, then section 500, defamation. All those things we can proceed with that. I can guarantee that any wrong, if you think as a common person, you don't need to know the law. So anything which is wrong, which you as a common sense person, if you feel that it is wrong, it will have some provision of law. If it is not there in IT Act, it will be there in some IPC offense. It will be there somewhere. So don't bother about that. Anything is happening, the law will take care. I would like to add one aspect of an online crime which very frequently happens, but which is not limited to women. I mean, we cannot say that it is connected only with the women. It is like the economic offenses and the online scams which happens. And the same what the phishing mail, I think it requires a slight expansion on that. Everybody might have heard of hacking. People, we believe that hacking is something very technical term, but hacking is the most common and the most frequently used tool for hacking is basically phishing mail. The people should know what is phishing mail. Phishing mail is basically those mail which appears that it has come from a very genuine person, like from your bank, or like if I am sending a mail like from DIG Trivandrum range. So it appears that it is come from a very genuine source. If that mail will contain some kind of urgency, you should understand that it actually prompts, it affects your psychological effect. It will have, like if it has come from the bank, like during the lockdown period, we got a lot of mails from the banks, so-called banks, okay, I'm just telling the bank, saying that, okay, during the COVID period, you can reduce your interest rate because the government has come up with some policy where your EMI can be adjusted. See, it affects your psychology basically. So, and in order to get that benefit, you click on this link. You should never click on the link. But then we get carried away with that immediate gain or immediate benefit. We click that. And when you click it, then the website of a bank opens. If it is an HDFC bank or SBI bank, you will see that your exactly look-alike website will be open, which will ask you certain details where your credit card number or account number and PIN number, CVV, you give all those details. But those sites are actually not original sites. All the details which you enter, it goes to the fraudster. So now your system is hacked. Like you gave all the detail, and now your account, all of a sudden, then you get a message on your mobile phone that this much money has been withdrawn. One fine day, you will get a mail from Facebook saying that we are updating our system. Kindly update this thing, and it will look like a Facebook account, and then it will show you some link where you click it. to upload or renew, or it will have some catchy and very attractive kind of a proposal.
Interface.
So you click, then the Facebook page kind of a thing opens where you have to log in, then you have to give your password. So the moment you log in and then give your password, then you're gone. Then your Facebook account is hacked. You can rest assured that. Apart from that, there are so many frauds happening. So many frauds happening, like online lotteries, whether it's online job, online visas, matrimony frauds are there. It's very common. Hundreds of cases have been registered where you log in, you register yourself on some very well-known matrimony sites, then you are expecting that some person for the alliance, basically. Then you find that you get a proposal, then you develop a friendship. Actually, that person will never exist. One fine day, then he will be sending you one gift, one diamond ring on your Valentine's Day worth rupees 2 lakh. He will show the photograph, he will show all the courier number, bill and all. Then you are waiting actually that you are going to get the ring. Then all of a sudden you get a mail from the custom department saying that your article has arrived. You have to pay some amount as a custom duty. Then you pay some amount. You won't imagine people have lost lakhs of rupees in getting that gift. That is one thing. Then there are so many relationship frauds happening where the person disguises, he wins over your confidence, then he will create some kind of exigency, emergency, where he steal away he takes away your money. And I mean, there is n number of scams. Here, only thing is you have to be slightly careful. And it's like ABC, always be careful and vigilant. Behind every online crimes, there are 2-3 mottos. One is economical gain. You should understand that whether the person is trying to take away your money, cheat, you have to always vigilant. Second is the motive could be harassing you. A motive could be some sexual things. All these things we should know. So once you are vigilant, even the fake news and all, lot many fake information, fake news are being circulated. So many times you innocently forward certain messages. So you should also have a ability to identify what are fake and what is not. We believe that for that one simple thing, I would like to say that you should always think whatever comes on your social media platform or whatever comes on your WhatsApp, please take it with a pinch of salt that this could not be true, or whatever comes to you may not be true. So these are few things which I just wanted to add. And one more thing which I would like to say, it's like so many people ask me, I mean, how do we know this? How do we know that what is good and what is bad, what is right and what is wrong? Simple thing. Anything which is good and bad on the real physical world, that is good and bad in the virtual world also. Simple as that. Anything which you cannot do in a real physical world, please do not attempt on a virtual world.
And there's one thing which you said it right, that whatever you learn from the WhatsApp university, make sure you keep it with you. Do not forward it further. Because all these kind of things actually spread fake news, led to all these crimes that are happening these days. And another thing I'll add to it, that you mentioned about phishing emails, that they look very familiar. So in organization, when we stimulate phishing emails, especially for employees, make it so relatable that you are going through a training or you have to feed in your credentials, or the email has come from the CEO. And when the email has come from the top shot, you tend to read that and click on that. So that kind of phishing stimulation, most of the organizations do to check whether the employee is vigilant or not. Because one lead credential can lead to further abuses, and we have seen the cases like Sony and whatnot.
I'll just add on, there are basic principles to keep yourself from a phishing attack. Nowadays, more than technologically attacking you, they are actually psychologically attacking. I'll tell you one example. Now we 3 people are actually attending this webinar. Okay. Now all of a sudden, Chandra, she posts this particular photo of this webinar, saying that, okay, it was a very fruitful session. You post on your Facebook. Now what happens? Now the fraudster or the person person will know that you have attended a seminar in which DIG or Vandana has attended. Okay.
Correct.
Now what the fraudster will do, he will send you a mail saying that mail from DIG Trivandrum range, and it will say that, okay, yesterday's webinar was really very good. I have a suggestion mentioned, and kindly click on the link and please give me the feedback. See, whatever safety measures you might have in your mind, you are psychologically attacked.
Correct, exactly.
Every person should understand that all our safety measures goes to dogs when such situational phishing mails are happening.